Okay, y'all, I wanted to show you this new powder that I just got last week and I've been testing. Oh, it's rather dark in here, isn't it? Let's have some light, shall we? How about that? These pot lights, how about that? That's much better. I'll just stay right like this. I actually was gonna tell you about this Armani powder, but I'm gonna tell you because I want y'all to be the first to know. I finally bought a proper vlogging camera. It is a Canon Mark 7, I think, Mark 5. It's a small, lightweight. It has Wi-Fi for the card. I've been having so much trouble lately with my iPhone and how it fills up in terms of storage space, even though I keep it clear. I have paid Apple, the Apple hostage fee for all of my data. I have like paid additionally. I've just paid and paid and paid. So I decided it was time to get a proper camera, and hopefully it will have proper light balance and all that good stuff. So anyway, getting back to this amazing Armani powder. Seriously, y'all, I have this powder on today. I love it. The one thing that I noticed is that it's much more glowy than you'd think when you first put it on. I actually powdered down with the Charlotte Tilbury powder about 5 minutes ago, just powdered like right in here and sort of here and here where I have some texture, and up here where I've got some lines. This is the powder. Ooh, I almost dropped it. That would be tragic. And it comes with a little brush, which I don't use, but it does not look like a highlight. But I was outside and sort of in some of this bright light here, and I think it's much more glowy than you think when you originally put it on. So here, I'm gonna do a little swipe and then come back to you. That's why having a proper camera I can set down is gonna be so great. One sec, because it really does not look like a kind of like a highlight powder. It really looks, there we go. It really does look like a non-highlight traditional powder, like the Charlotte Tilbury powder that I think everyone has, like a traditional powder, the sort of mattifying powder. It's not that. So I just wanted to let you know, I literally have it right here with all my other great sort of get ready quick because you got a meeting makeup that I keep here at my keyboard. And it's right here. I love it, but I just wanted to let you all know that if you don't like a lot of glow, I mean, I like a lot of glow, but even that is a little much because I was liberal. I was powder, 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 powder everywhere. But then I had to go back with the Charlotte Tilbury, sort of, as I was saying earlier, and sort of mattify these sections down. It's great for under the eye. It's very illuminating. I like it for the sort of sides of the face where I'm really dry. I like to have some glow there. But just not beware, but just be aware that it is more dewy than one might think that a pressed powder would be. So, you know, just be aware. Here we have from My Teresa, which is kind of like net-a-porter. It's like a clearinghouse for really, really good quality designer items. Oh my gosh, look at this. So, elegance is the balance between proportion, emotion, and surprise. Valentino Garavani. This is okay, so this is my paperwork that is in like a proper folder. I mean, y'all. And look at this, look. My Teresa, they have a little sweet note in there. Thank you. This package was lovingly wrapped by Twee. Thank you very much, Twee. My Teresa. Oh my gosh, y'all. When you see these, this is one of these purchases that I've made 2 significant purchases this week, and then I'm just gonna be like eating beans out of the can for the next month to try and like replace that, or just practice a little more responsibility. But these 2 things are things that I will have forever. This purchase I will have forever, which is why I actually bought it to begin with. I wanted to buy this last year, but I just didn't see any reason to because I wasn't gonna go anywhere. But this year I am going to pageant, as those of you who follow me know. So I needed to have these castagna wedges. Look how well packed. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look. Castagna wedges. Look, look, look. Look at this beautiful box. Look at this beautiful box. Okay, here we go. You get to see. Norman's still interested in how the packing box smells. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can maybe put you down so you can see the opening of the castagna wedges. Oh, there's more signs. Here we go. Please take care. We kindly ask that you please try on any shoes on a carpeted surface only. In cases where you wish to return an item, please note that it must be returned to us in the same condition in which you received it so that we can issue a full refund. Okay, well, I mean, honestly, they've been so responsible and so good to get me. There's a little castagna booklet. How cute is that? So they've been so responsible and so amazing with their end of the deal. I think that sounds very reasonable to be careful with these gorgeous castagna wedges. Look, y'all, look. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's like a ballet slipper. Oh my gosh. And this gorgeous, I don't know what they call this in the shoe world, but this back section is just completely woven and so soft. It's almost like a giant ribbon. And then there is this like cotton twill ribbon type tie, and it's got these little leather finishes. And this is all like a canvas. It's very smooth and basic. Oh my gosh, y'all, look, just look. I'm gonna put you down over here while I pull out the other one so you can see them side by side. Now these shoes will be perfect for example. I have a dinner next. That's how he plays with that. Okay, be quiet for a minute while I tell them about these shoes, okay? Okay. So I have a little dinner next week, and it is the beginning of May. It's time to break out the sandals. I have lots of great flat sandals that have this kind of tie-up dealie. But I wanted some little wedges. That is about maybe a 3-inch wedge, so that's not terribly high. And there's a a little bitty platform in the front, and look at this little toe detail. This is gonna shape the foot in such a great way, and then it will tie around the ankles. I can't wait to show you these, y'all. Oh my gosh. I mean, on me. And I haven't decided on my outfit yet, but I think I know what I'm going to choose. And honestly, it might be like not a dress. I was thinking a sundress with these, but I'm gonna try a few kind of unusual combinations and see. But I definitely will come back and show you what I've picked. But look at this. These are classics. This is something that women in the 50s wore. This is actually very similar to the 50s espadrille wedges that, you know, we've seen on our mothers and grandmothers. So it's just that Castagna is sort of like, to me, like a Louboutin type of a brand. And you can see from the packing, this is one pair of shoes and they've treated it like, just like the crown jewels. Thank you, Castagna, and thank you to my Teresa. Here we go, my Teresa. I might be buying more from them, except for might have to be next year. I want to show you all our peonies, which are coming up. But first, hopefully, Norman can show you what he has learned. Right, Norman? About waiting at the door. Let me turn you around here. Wait. No, mommy's got cookies in her pocket. You have the most amazing nose, darling. Yes. Wait. 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 That's very good. Look. That's good. Look. Break. So the idea is that he's being trained basically to have to look at me for every little bit of instruction. So if he has distractions, did I say destruction? Every bit of his training. Take two. He has to look to me for all the things that he does. If there is distraction around him and I ask him to look at me, then he needs to look at me for instruction for what to do next. So that is what, I just took video of him peeing. Sorry to anyone who's sensitive out in the YouTube world. Sorry about that. So yeah, he's coming along very well. It is now the first week of May, and I think I predicted back in September that it would be around March. No, come. It would be around, good boy, sit. Good, sit, look. That it would be around March when he would begin to be not a puppy every minute of every day of his puppy life. So he's coming along, and we think he's about maybe a year and a half, like maybe 18 months at this point. So he's coming along. So our peonies, y'all, are so it's so impossible with Norman because he does the funniest things when I'm filming. No, Norman, come. And it just makes me laugh. Sorry. Norman, you're distracting mommy. What are you doing up there? Come. Sit. Good boy. So I wanted to show you, no, sit and stay. Sit and stay. Sit. So I wanted to show you our peony bushes. This one is the first, no, oh my God. This one is the first one that we put in when we got married in 1995, along with this one, and they are both enormous. I mean, this one, when I bought it, it was like $50 because it was already established. This one I think was about $40 because it was mostly established. And Norman, come. Sit. And so both of these are, gosh, 25 years, 26, maybe even more years old, both of these peonies. These are a white variety with a very small little bit of pink. Let me see if I can find a place that you can see. Can you see that? Oh gosh, it's so bright out here. That's the great thing about the rain. There we go. It's got just the slightest bit of pink around the edges, and then when it blooms fully, it's completely a white peony. Norman, come. Sit. I have to use my mama voice. Now this peony here, this blooms really early. Now it is not my favorite. I put this one in first, and then somewhere along the way we put in this azalea, which is from our lake house, and it has grown to take over this poor little peony, which really has never done very well. I put this in, Norman, I put this in the year that we got married, and I think I bought this one at the same time that I bought this one and this one. But this one was a like the tiniest little root start with one little leaf coming off of it in 1995. And it should be about half the size of this one over here or this one. But it really isn't, as you can see. It's quite small. So these are our peonies over here. Norman, come. Come, cookies. Come, cookies. Come. Sit, sit. Okay, you have to stop. No, sit. Come and see my flowers. But actually, it's a whole video of Norman and all of his antics. Have another azalea from the lake house here. Come, come. And then we have a small, I think this, Norman, come. I think this is Lorpetalum, I think. Did you get into a bee? And this also is Lorpetalum. Both of these came from my parents' house. Like I said, most everything at my house is anything good. Come. Anything good is from my parents' house. So over here we have the zinnias that we put in on Wednesday. And they are doing, no, come. They're doing all right. Oh! Have a big dog, they said. He is full of beans this week. Come. He's full of beans. The groomer said, he was a little bit excited today. I don't know, this whole week he's been like that, knocking stuff out of my hands. Okay, so you can see what just happened when I was looking at my zinnias. This one got knocked out of the ground, so I am going to just, honestly, just pop it right back in. Yeah, looking at my flowers. Pop it right back in and just hope that it will survive that hit that it just took from the big destructive dog. That was one of the bigger zinnias that I got from my parents' garden.
Watch him, I got 2 snakes already back there.
What kind of snakes?
Well, they're small ones. One you could tell would be a copperhead.
Okay. Norman?
Just lay down and chew on something.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's one of the joys of North Carolina. With North Carolina is this is snake season. And unfortunately we have copperheads here, which you might as well just have a rattlesnake at your back step because it's the same kind of venom. It's a hemotoxin venom and it will just pretty much dissolve anything that it comes in contact with. We actually had one of our previous dogs in the I think it was 2011, Lex, another German Shepherd rescue that we had, was bitten in the face by a copperhead that was laying right at our back step. In fact, it was laying right at the back step right there, up against the brick. It was there for warmth. We try not to kill them. We try to just move them away and discourage them by keeping the prey. Come. Prey down, so let me go see what he's got now. They weren't copperheads, they were other North Carolina brown snakes. I think they were kind of like constrictor types. Norman, come. There are a lot of snakes that we have in the south, the southeastern US. They have evolved to look very similar to the copperhead snake. To be protected by that because they know that humans and other predators will leave them alone because they resemble a copperhead. So the evolution of snakes, if you live in snake territory, you have to educate yourself on what they look like and what all the different snakes are. So they were, one was a brown snake and one was just like a garter snake type snake, but it wasn't a copperhead. So, and they were both juveniles. So somewhere around here, the mama and daddy are around, but that's all right. They're just constrictors, so they will bite, but they don't have venom. So that is the difference in the snakes. And so unfortunately they were injured by the lawnmower, and so we have just let them alone to for the birds to take care of them. Unfortunately, when you live in the woods, you have Mother Nature to learn from. She is just merciless. Come, come. So these are my peonies. I'm super proud of them. We placed them, place them up against the fence here so that when folks look out from the house, they can see this kind of setup. And the idea, what I'd like to do, and I'll probably do this in the fall because that's when you divide plants like these, is you, in the early spring or late fall when the plant is going back to its hibernation state, you can divide them. So basically you dig them up, you can dig a portion of the plant, or you can dig the entire thing up and chop the roots into sections. Usually I chop the roots into quarters, so just and then you have like 3 more plants from the original one. So that's what we call root dividing. Do you want to show them how you keep your bone? Yeah? It's very special to you. Out of all the dogs we've had, we've never had a dog that keeps his bones on his back. If he's laying on his side, he'll keep it like up on his shoulder blade right here. That is literally what he does. So funny. You came to cheer me up, didn't you? Yes, you did. That's Rin's bed, that red cushion. We didn't think that he was interested in it because it really took him until the last month or so to be interested in laying there. And now he lays here all the time. Yes. Did you come to cheer me up after Rin left? Yes, you did. Rin sent you, right? But look, I mean, he just keeps it, he just puts it up there. Just leaves it there. He started doing that when he was a wee puppy. And, you know, he couldn't get the balance right, so it would roll off. And now he's got it perfected. It's just the funniest dog.
You're the funniest dog. Yes, I'm the funniest dog. Yes, I am the funniest dog. Look at my funny face. Oh, yes.
Saturday morning baseball.
Huh?
Saturday morning baseball. This is them trying not to get their faces out there on the... They're the winningest team in baseball right now. Super proud of them. Nice sunny day too, look. The rare Carolina blue sky. So all the transplants are done. I'm not sure how they're gonna do. It is about 70 degrees here in Raleigh today. They like it warm, but they're awful young to be transplanted in such warm weather. It's a little bit windy, as you can see. It's actually quite a nice day, so I'm hoping that these will do okay. Now, we're gonna do our seeds, and what you do when you work with seeds is you do what the manufacturer tells you to do. So on this packet, it says, sow your seeds 2 to 3 inches apart, a ½ inch deep. And at mature height, they'll be 3 feet, which is chest height for me. So what I'm gonna do is I planted these, as you can see, in a sort of a drift towards the front of the bed. So what I'm gonna do with these, since like we talked a minute ago, these are gonna be blooming kind of on a cycle because these will come up later than these already out of the ground and growing guys. So I'm gonna plant these back here so I'll get the front of the bed blooming and then the back of the bed blooming. So I'm gonna put you in fast forward again so you don't have to watch me for the next hour transplanting, or not transplanting, but planting my seeds. So let's put you down here where you can see, maybe, and I'll put you into a fast forward. Plants. They're already shocked, what we call shocked in the planting world. You can see them sort of wilting over a bit. This one is doing really poorly, and this one actually I need to sort of replant. Let me put you here so you can see that. Maybe. Maybe not. It's gonna be so great when I have like a real camera. Okay. Well, doggone it, work with me. Work with me, camera, phone, work with me. This tripod helps a little bit, but not as much as you would think. Okay, maybe you won't. I'll put you down here and hopefully, nope. Hopefully you will see what I am doing. Basically, I'm just trying to get this guy back into the soil. Its roots are rather, I don't know if you could see that, but they were sort of poking out of the soil. So I am going to make a slightly bigger hole. And actually I'm gonna make a much bigger hole. There's quite a bit of clay, unfortunately, in this bed. North Carolina is just real difficult to live in general, in terms of everything, but especially in terms of gardening, because our soil, especially in the Piedmont, which is where I live, there is this really heavy clay component in the soil, and it just takes forever to get your soil right. And with the huge acreage that we have here, I just kind of gave up trying to get all of my planting beds, you know, amended with decent soil. So what I do is I try to just put soil in when I'm planting and let the plant itself negotiate its roots into the soil, which they can do. I mean, we do plant quite a bit here in North Carolina, but I think our main crop is like sweet potatoes or something that's like in the ground. That
did much better. These are the ones from yesterday. And here's where I put some seeds. And up here I put some seeds, and over here, so that I would have blooming happening sort of in stages and waves. Here's also where I put some of the transplants from yesterday, and over here from yesterday. Now these are the transplants I did on Wednesday, which was that really hot day. So I'm thinking transplanting them in soil like we did yesterday is maybe going to be the way. I don't know how these are going to do today, but you know, 85 is pretty warm for new transplants, but we'll see. So these did really well overnight. The deer didn't come and eat them down, which I kind of looked out first thing to see.